What if I told you that the smallest, most fundamental building blocks of our reality are not just random specks of dust, but tiny messengers carrying a divine word? It sounds like science fiction, but what if science itself is pointing us in this direction? Let's dive into the strange and wonderful world of quantum physics. Scientists have discovered something mind-boggling at the subatomic level. Particles, like electrons and photons, don't behave like solid little balls. Instead, they exist in a cloud of possibilities until they are observed. Our very act of looking, of measuring, collapses this cloud into a single, definite reality. This is the observer effect. It tells us that consciousness and the physical world are deeply intertwined. The universe, it seems, responds to our attention. These tiny particles aren't just moving randomly. Their behavior is influenced by energy and observation. This idea of a responsive, intelligent universe isn't new. It echoes through the ancient scriptures of many faiths. In the Bible, Colossians 1:16 tells us, "For by him all things were created, in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, things were created through him and for him." This verse suggests that everything, down to the most invisible atom, was brought into being with purpose and intention by a divine creator. It implies that nothing is truly random. Everything is part of a grand, interconnected design, sustained by a higher intelligence. If all things were created through him and for him, then every particle carries the imprint of its origin. Similarly, the Qur'ān offers a perspective on divine awareness and timing. Surah Ibrahim verse 42 says, "Do not think that Allah is unaware of what the wrongdoers do. He only delays them for a day, when eyes will stare in horror." While this verse speaks of justice, its core message is one of absolute divine oversight. Nothing escapes God's notice. If the divine is aware of every action, it stands to reason that this awareness extends to every particle in existence. The universe is not a chaotic accident, but a meticulously observed reality, where every atom's position and movement are known and accounted for within a divine plan. Think of it like this. Imagine a whisper. On its own, it's just a faint sound, barely audible. But if you speak that whisper into a microphone, it's amplified and sent across vast distances, carrying your message clearly. Now, what if atoms are like microscopic microphones? What if divine energy, the creative force of the universe, is the whisper? This energy flows through the fabric of reality, and every single atom acts as a receiver and a transmitter, vibrating with the echo of that original message. In this analogy, the universe isn't a silent, empty space. It's filled with a constant, subtle broadcast. And the particles themselves are the medium through which this divine communication travels. So, when we bring it all together, a beautiful picture emerges. Quantum physics shows us a universe that responds to observation. Ancient scriptures tell us of a universe created with intention and overseen by a divine intelligence. The real-life analogy of a microphone helps us visualize how an immense power could interact with the infinitesimally small. The closing truth is this: even the smallest atom, the most fundamental piece of our world, is not just a random bit of matter. It carries the echo of creation. It's a testament to a universe designed with profound intelligence and purpose. The very laws that govern these particles are not accidents, but elegant rules set in motion by a higher power. So, the next time you look at the world around you, remember that you're not just seeing matter, you're witnessing a symphony of atoms, each one playing its part in a grand, divine composition. You might think this is all just beautiful imagination, a poetic way of looking at science. But what if there's more? What if atoms don't just echo creation, but actively carry secret messages from the divine, waiting to be decoded? The rabbit hole goes even deeper. Thanks so much for exploring this idea with me. If this sparked your curiosity, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video where we explore how these atomic messages might be unlocked. See you next time.